Attention passionate Washington Commanders fans. Latest news. Something big is happening in the NFC East and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Washington Commanders' path to another Super Bowl run. A power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Washington Commanders fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Washington Commanders fans. Let's get to the news now, folks. What if I told you that the Washington Commanders are on the verge of making a move that could shake up the entire NFC East? Yeah, that's right. We've got some breaking news that could redefine the team's future. And it involves none other than Alvin Kamara. You heard it correctly. Alvin Kamara, the dynamic running back from the New Orleans Saints, might just be heading to Washington. And if this happens, it could be one of the most significant offseason moves in recent NFL history. Let's break down what this could mean, why the Commanders are so interested, and how this could set them up for a serious playoff push in 2025. First, let's take a step back and look at where the Commanders are heading and what their offseason has looked like so far. After a tough season in 2024, where the team struggled to find consistency on offense, Washington has been actively reshaping its roster. They've already made some notable moves, acquiring players like Deebo Samuel and Laramie Tunsil, which signals their intent to bolster both their passing game and their protection up front. These moves show a clear desire from the front office to build a more explosive and resilient team, one capable of competing with the best in the league. But what if they could add a player like Alvin Kamara, someone who can bring a multi-dimensional threat to their offense? Well, that's exactly what rumors are suggesting right now, and it's creating quite the buzz among fans and analysts alike. The Saints, on the other hand, are entering what looks to be a rough season. It's widely believed that New Orleans might finish with 4 or fewer wins. And that's a tough pill to swallow for Saints fans. With such a bleak outlook, it's entirely possible that Alvin Kamara, a player with a lot of value still left in his game, might be seeking a fresh start elsewhere. The Saints could be looking to clear cap space, rebuild, or simply move on from a player who has been a key part of their offense for years. If Kamara does decide to seek a new team, Washington is perfectly positioned to be a prime destination, especially considering their recent aggressive offseason and their newfound focus on building a high-powered offense. Now, why is Alvin Kamara such a perfect fit for the Commanders? Well, for starters, Kamara is one of the most versatile backs in the league. He's not just a runner between the tackles. He's a genuine weapon in the passing game. His ability to catch passes out of the backfield makes him a nightmare for defenses. Think about how smart and creative Cliff Kingsbury is as an offensive mind. His spread concepts, quick decision-making, and emphasis on mismatches fit perfectly with a player like Kamara. Kingsbury loves to create space, use motion, and get players in open field where they can do damage. Kamara's agility, vision, and patience as a runner, combined with his pass-catching prowess, make him an ideal piece in that puzzle. Imagine, for a moment, Kamara lining up in various spots, sometimes in the backfield, sometimes in the slot, even out wide. That kind of flexibility would give Washington a serious edge. The defenses would never know where he's going to be, and that creates chaos for them. Plus, with a quarterback like Jayden Daniels, who has already shown flashes of brilliance with his mobility and downfield passing ability, Kamara could be the perfect complement. Together, they could form a dynamic duo that keeps defenses guessing and opens up the entire offense. And let's not forget the other pieces around them. Wide receivers like Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel would be threats on the outside, stretching the field and drawing attention away from Kamara. Meanwhile, tight end Ben Sinnott, young and talented, could develop into a reliable target in the passing game, especially with the added threat of Kamara in the backfield. The potential for explosive plays, screens, outside runs, play-action passes, is enormous. This kind of offense would not only excite the fans but also put real pressure on opposing defenses, week in and week out. Now, talking about the defense, the Commanders have been steadily improving, but their focus has been heavily on the offense this offseason. That's understandable, given how much the team has struggled to put points on the board in recent years. Adding a player like Kamara, who can generate yards after the catch and keep drives alive, could help in that department significantly. It's all about building a balanced team that can control the game from start to finish. Washington's front office seems determined to do just that, and acquiring Kamara might be the missing piece to their puzzle. Of course, there are some hurdles. The Saints aren't just going to give Kamara away. He's a valuable asset, and any trade deal would have to be worth it for New Orleans. But given the Saints' projected season and their need to clear cap space, it's plausible that they might be open to a deal if the right offer comes along. The Commanders, with their assets and desire to compete now, could be in a strong position to make a deal happen. And let's be honest, adding Kamara would send a clear message to the entire division. Washington is serious about contending and isn't afraid to make bold moves. Looking ahead, if this trade or signing does happen, it could reshape the NFC East. The division has been competitive, but recently, teams like Dallas and Philadelphia have set a high bar. Washington is trying to reassert itself as a powerhouse, and bringing in a player of Kamara's caliber would be a huge step in that direction. It would also elevate the team's chances of making a deep playoff run, perhaps even challenging for the division title once again. Fans are already dreaming of the possibilities. Imagine the explosive plays, the creative schemes, and the sheer excitement of watching Kamara, Daniels, McLaurin, and Samuel all working in unison. And let's not forget, this isn't just about adding a star. It's about the vision the front office has for this team. They've shown that they're willing to invest in proven talent, and Kamara fits that mold perfectly. His experience, skill set, and hunger for success would motivate the entire roster and send a clear message. Washington is back in the game, ready to compete at the highest level. The fans, the players, everyone associated with the team is eager to see how this story unfolds. Now, I know some of you might be wondering about the specifics. What would a trade look like? What assets would Washington need to give up? Well, that's still up in the air, of course, but the most important thing is the potential impact. If Washington manages to land Kamara, it could be the spark that ignites their entire offense. A true game changer. And given how far they've come this offseason, it wouldn't be surprising if they're already working behind the scenes to make this happen. So, what do you think, Commanders fans? Are you excited about the prospect of Alvin Kamara wearing the burgundy and gold? Do you believe this could be the move that pushes Washington into serious playoff contention? I want to hear your opinions, your predictions, and your hopes for the upcoming season. The NFC East is always a tough fight, but with additions like Kamara, the Commanders could be on the cusp of something special. Stay tuned, because if this trade or signing becomes reality, it will be one of the most talked about stories of the NFL offseason. Pause here, just for a second, if you want the YouTube algorithm to keep recommending the latest Washington Commanders news to you. It's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick, and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now, let's continue with the big reveal. And now, Washington Commanders fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential blockbuster move? Would you love to see Kamara in burgundy and gold? Do you think it's the missing piece for a deep playoff run? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion really matters to us and to the team. This is what makes our community so special. And don't forget, I'll be back soon with more updates, more insights, and more news about your Washington Commanders. So, stay tuned, keep the passion alive, and let's keep dreaming big. Because with the right moves, with the right players, this team could be heading toward a new era of success. Thanks for watching, and as always, go Commanders!